Hey guys, Airsoft Al here. As you all know, I am a big lover of alternative history. I love the idea of what if. And then recently, I kind of made a rant video about about the Nodapal movement, but that rant was more or less therapeutic because the way I do that is I make a rant video, but I put it as private. Sadly, I didn't put this one as private, I accidentally put it as public, so I'm sorry for that. But it did raise a question. What if things got violent, and I'm talking military violent, like shootings and what have you, at the protest at the North Dakota Access Pipeline, which is, of course, Nodapal. And then that really started getting my brain working, so I'm going to go ahead and put this disclaimer out there. Everything I'm about to say is an academic exercise. I am merely exercising my academics and my strategic love of strategy, as well as my love for alternative history, to kind of discuss with you guys, and this is a discussion piece, mind you, so please be mindful and educational in your comments down below, about the Nodapal protest. What if they got violent? What if a militia group actually attacked the Morton County Sheriff's Police Department? And I will make a second video discussing the other option as well. So here we go. Here it is. It's already a couple months after the Morton County Sheriff's Department has deployed military-styled units as well as sound cannons and many other devices to help with the protest. However, with the news as well as the free media, media that isn't controlled by the corporations, being spread at a rapid rate. Facebook Live videos are being shared like crazy. It's being seen against the public. The Morton County Sheriff's Department is demonized. And as such, a militia movement, especially a paramilitary movement, is born out of this, which we will dub the American Liberation Front, the ALF. Yes, those of you who watch Escape from New York or Escape from LA, you're welcome to kind of put your Snake Plissken lines in there. The ALF is formed after the imagery and news reports are being seen. The ALF, at first, are a political group that is paramilitary simply for the protection of their members. And forewarn the Morton County Sheriff's Department that if they continue the route they're going, it will be seen as a declaration of war against the citizens of America itself. Being that the ALF is basically all Americans for Americans. Morton County Sheriff's Department sees this threat as empty and continues on with the brutality they're doing at their line. As such, ALF militia groups, especially basically guerrilla movements similar to that of the Viet Cong in Vietnam, or the NVC, move in to the area behind the line, sneaking in at night, setting up sniper positions with high-caliber rifles anywhere from 50 caliber all the way up to 7.62. From 7.62 to 50 cal. I really need to quit that habit of going big to small and just small to big. Either way. At which point, they prepare for sniping missions at night. When the next morning comes, snipers are ready to take out all targets that they deem fit, which means they're going after squad leaders, section commanders, and anyone of the Morton County Sheriff's line. Which means anyone they see who is a possible leader or officer, they will take out with extreme prejudice. As such, a ALF member walks up to the protest line and declares with their legal right that if they do not stop their brutality, then by the legal right given to them, they will defend themselves under the federal law in the Constitution of the United States. Yes, there is a clause in the Constitution that says if we have to, we citizens can rise up against the government. Yes, that's in there. Actually, look it up. As such, they do exercise this legal right. At which point, they give him to the count of 5 to basically back off. After counting to 5 and the Morton County Sheriff's Department line does not back off, the ALF member immediately raises his hand and throws it down, signaling the snipers to open fire. The snipers open fire on section commanders and squad leaders, killing them instantly, at which point the line is in a frenzy to try and figure out where the snipers are. The snipers immediately move position and open fire and continue to fire on the police until they finally back off. Once the police finally back off, the ALF snipers cease fire. At which point a declaration is sent, and I'm talking a legal declaration of war, is sent to the Morton County Sheriff's Department via a messenger, saying that as of the moment, Morton County Sheriff's Department and the ALF movement is at war. Now this could go one of two ways. Option A, the Morton County Sheriff's Department requests the governor of North Dakota to send reinforcements and National Guard, at which point this will turn to a full-fledged revolution and war. Or option B, the request does not get sent until too late, at which point the Morton County Sheriff's Department's chief of police takes it upon himself to try and do this alone, considering that during the whole time, no reinforcements from any of the other states were ever sent to help out the Morton County Sheriff's Department, and it was mostly oil police and private military contractors that did this. We're going to go with option B for this scenario, and we're going to talk about what the outcome would be. So, if you want to predict what option A would be, please let me know in the comment section down below. Now let us continue with option B and see where we can go from there. At which point, after these attacks, Morton County Sheriff's Department immediately fully militarizes. They immediately give their officers assault weapons and military tactics. The National Guard still being out of the way and still being used as ground control for traffic way away. At which point, the ALF officials meet with National Guard commanders who are out there and let them know that their beef is not with the National Guard. It is with the Morton County Sheriff's Department, and their war is that's it. At which point, both military and ALF officials designate buffer zones, DMZ, demilitarized zones, which is similar to that of North Korea and South Korea's demilitarized zone. Now, this is where things get a little bit difficult, especially political-wise. While this is going on, the politics are completely complicated because now you have state-to-state politics, at which point governors requesting governors, mayors requesting governors, and of course the people requesting the mayors to do something about the ALF. Nothing happens. Because North Dakota is seen by the other states to have brought this on themselves, considering that they could have done this peacefully, and by all means, this could have been done peacefully. However, they did not. So as such, North Dakota is seen by the rest of the United States as a demonized state that is full support of fascist-style regimes. As such, the ALF's movement gains popularity and support from the other states as well as its people and gets a moral boost. Yeah, this is going down that route, people. And this is 100% real. Again, I would have not done this video if I did not do my research and actually talk to people about this scenario, especially professors from the University of Kentucky, University of Tennessee, Harvard, Stanford. I talked to a lot of people about this scenario, and believe me, this is pretty fucked up when you actually think about it. At which point, the war against the Morton County Sheriff's Department and the ALF continues. At which time, Morton County Sheriff's choppers are shot down by key points in their weakness by high-powered sniper rifles such as the Barrett 50 cal or even a 7.62 rifle, much like a Mosin Nagant. And continuing on, at which point local gangs would join in with the ALF to help them with their crusade against the Morton County Sheriff's Department because, let's face it, gangs would do that. At which point, there's not only a front line happening over here, which is pushed well back of the protest line, but there's also a war going on in the city. At which point, gangs are openly targeting police officers and sheriff's units, causing the Morton County Sheriff's Department to be, in the most literal sense, fighting a war on two fronts, on the home front and their front lines. The National Guard, of course, is still not interfering with this conflict because of the buffer zones that were agreed upon between the ALF and the National Guard units. As this goes on, weeks, if not months of fighting happens in North Dakota. The citizens are pissed and wary and tired of it. They are too afraid to even go outside their door. However, many other citizens blame the police for this happening, blame Morton County Sheriff's Department for this happening, and as such, citizens within Morton County join the ALF as militiamen and take up arms against the police. At which point, a full siege of the Morton County Sheriff's Department happens. And the Morton County Sheriff's Department Chief of Police is put on a citizen's trial, at which he is found guilty and executed on live television. This is seen as a victory for the ALF and for the people of Morton County to be seen as the war being over. However, as we all know, war never ends at one point, even though it's supposed it does. Thank you guys for tuning in to this little alternative history thing. This is merely an academic exercise, but I want to know what you guys would think. Let me know in the comments section what you think will happen after this. Do you believe option A would actually happen over option B? What do you think would have happened if the ALF was real? As always, I've been Airsoft Al. Please do like, please do subscribe, and let me know your thoughts of this scenario in the comment section down below, educational-wise, because this is a pretty good educational academic brain, and it's mostly good strategic. So, as always, I've been Airsoft Al, and I will see you guys in the next alternative history video. Until next time.